Alright, well, since Rengar is going to get reworked soon, I think it's time that I give you guys some secrets to finally get to your deserved elo. Some things that Rengar mains don't do, but they should do, are going to be in this video, and it's going to help you guys out. One thing Rengar mains don't do that they should do is itemize correctly, take the right runes, take the right masteries. A lot of Rengar mains just go with 13 AD in the jungle. They don't take the rune pages that all the other Rengar mains take. They don't build correctly, and that's going to really hinder your play a lot. And you should focus on that when you're climbing it for first. You need to be able to itemize correctly, and then after that you can work on other things. Now the next thing that is really big along with that is Rengar mains, they don't CS correctly. They don't farm optimally, they don't tax, they don't push waves, they don't do any of that. So what you need to be doing is you gank a lane, you push the wave to tower each time. You go say you go top, for example, right? You walk up top, you get a kill, there's a wave right there, you push it to tower. Just push it to tower. It doesn't matter where it doesn't matter where the wave gets put for your laner. Just push it to tower so you get golden XP income, right? That's what you have to do. That's an example. Now another thing that Rengar mains don't do that they should do is ult mid game. Now, some games in Plat Plus, for example, you might not be given picks every game. You might not be given people farming waves that you can just ulti and kill. So what you have to do is you ult and walk into their jungle and use the vision of your ultimate to get picks, or you ult and run down mid lane and you use the vision to get picks. This works specifically well when you have 12 stacks on your Bone Tooth, but you might have to. This might be like a last niche effort to win the game if you do this. So that's what you're gonna have to do. Another thing. Rengar mains die way too much. Way too much. Basically, I've said this in a million other videos, but when you die once, you effectively throw your entire lead and you lose pretty much all of your pressure at that point. And you need to be playing more proactively. You need to be playing a lot more safer. But the thing is that when you snowball, you need to play more aggressively. But you need to play aggressively in a safe way so that you won't die. Like, say Xerath and Elise are both backing. They both have 200 health. They're both under tower. You're ulting, you don't have a Tiamat, you don't have anything, all you have is a warrior. You jump in, you get Elise eat under tower, and you get Xerath stun and you die. You just effectively lost the game for yourself because you could have carried. That's what I'm talking about. You need to be playing, you need to not be dying that much. Dying, just stop dying. Stop making aggressive plays that you aren't thinking about. You need to be thinking through the plays before you even do them. Because when you die once, you basically just completely lost the game for yourself. Unless it's in a team fight and it's a way late game and you're suiciding for a Jhin that's in the back line ulting and you have to kill him or you lose. I'm talking about when you're snowballing. If you die when you're snowballing, you effectively throw your entire lead. You need to stop. You need to stop dying. It's simple. If you die a lot in your match history, stop dying. Whenever you die, think about it to yourself. Why did I die right there? How can I improve on that? How can I make the better decision next time? It's very, very important. I can't stress it enough. Now another thing for Rengar jungle specifically is people don't back for power spikes. Like, they don't back at the correct times, they buy the incorrect items when they back. You need to be looking at what high elo Rengar mains do. You need to be looking at what they buy when they back, and you need to be thinking about, okay, well, I'm going to start doing that now because that looks like the way better option than backing and buying 3 longswords instead of buying this item. You need to be optimizing correctly. Another thing that I see Rengar mains specifically out of most junglers that I see is they hover a lot. A lot. And hovering is when you go to a lane and you're waiting in the bush, for example, right? And you're just like, alright, we're going to wait till he walks up. Alright, can't gank it. And you walk back in your jungle. You just wasted 30 seconds of your time that you could have been farming, getting a lead over the enemy jungler, and you could have been getting level 6 quicker to ult. You need to be thinking, you need to be looking at waves, you need to be knowing when you can actually make those decisions to go gank pre-6. Because if you fuck up a gank pre-6, you're going to get shit on. Like, if you gank top and your entire bot side jungle is up, if the jungler is good, they're going to take your entire bot side jungle. You have to be, and then you don't get anything out of the kill because you're actually down in golden XP than you would have got, you know? You need to be thinking. You need to be thinking more when you play Rengar. This is a big one. Whenever you team fight, you need to not go full frontal on them. You can't run straight up because that's how they're going to think you're going to go. Like, for example, say there's a fight in mid lane and you're running right up to jump on the Jhin in the back. You're going to get peeled off immediately because they know that you're going to come right up the mid lane. What you need to do is you need to go from an angle. You need to go from the side, basically, right? So you need to go from the side of their jungle and then jump from the side because they're not going to expect that. They're going to peel you off a lot slower, they're not going to be expecting it. It's the element of surprise. No, like only high elo Rengar mains do that, and you have to do that. I can't stress it enough. That's how you team fight with Rengar. And another way you team fight with Rengar, you don't go in. You never engage, ever. You go in once they use abilities, and you go in once they use cooldowns, like exhausts, flash, whatever. You don't want to engage the fight. Say they have a Lissandra ulti, right? You want to sit back, and you want to wait. You want to sit on the side where it's not warded, and you want to wait, and you got to watch. As soon as Lissandra ults someone, you're going in. As soon as she ults, you're going in. And then with practice and, a lot of experience with doing it, you'll ulti preemptively because you know when she's going to ult. And then that's basically how you win a lot of team fights with Rengar. You have to wait till they use a big cooldown on someone else besides you, and then you can carry. Another thing is you need to play aggressively based on how fed you are, how ahead you are. You can't be trying to make plays when you're like 3-2 and you think, oh, well, I can 1v2 these guys. No, you need to be at that point you've already thrown your lead, like I said before. You need to be playing more back. You need to be trying to get free kills to get back into the game, because at that point you're basically not even in the game. You have to be making plays based on how fed you are. You can only play as aggressive as how fed you are, basically, if that makes any sense. It's really important. Now this one's not really that big, but it's kind of important. You want to keep tabs on the enemy jungler, but you don't have to like fully focus and be like, alright, they're at their wolf camp right now. What you need to do is just think about like, okay, well, this lane is pushed up, they're probably bot. And then you want to kind of start to walk towards bot. You maybe do a scuttle crab or something down there, and just try to get ready to counter gank, because they're probably gonna gank. Because if it's the only lane pushed, right, and they have an Italy, they're probably gonna go bot, and then you can pick up 3 free kills and you win the game. If you get 1 kill on Rengar before let's say 8 minutes, right, 2 kills before 10 minutes, you should win the game. There's no reason you should lose the game. This one seems very simple, but a lot of Rengar mains do not do this. You need to know when to use your W and when to use your E and when to use your Q. And it comes from experience, but you need to put some thought process behind it. You can't just be smashing your keyboard. You have to be like, alright, well, this is a time to use my W to get the resistances, and then maybe I can win this fight. Or you need to be like, alright, I have to Q here, I'm going to die. I have to E, whatever. Don't just keep making the same mistake over and over, because after about 20 Rengar games or 30 Rengar games, you should know when you can use your E, when you can use your W, when to use your Q. And if you don't at that point and you're still dying and you're like, man, I should have done that, I should use my E right there, you really need to be looking at those plays and thinking what's going through your head so you can do it better next time. You need to be improving. Another thing that people don't do, well, I keep saying another thing, but that's basically how I'm just going to start off this. Another thing, you need to be going for the ADC every time. Unless the mid laner is in a better position for you to go on, even if the Echo has 100 HP, right, do not jump on the Echo. Do not waste your ultimate and your engage and your assassination on a 100 HP Echo just because he's low and it's a free kill. Always go for the ADC. The ADC will be pumping out the most damage out of anyone on the team, and you need to be going for them. On the off chance that you have to jump on anyone else, mid laner. Mid laner is the priority. If they have an hourglass or whatever, then probably not, but do not jump on the tank, the support, or the jungler most of the time. You need to be prioritizing the ADC 100% of the time. Pathing, very important. People don't realize how important this actually is on Rengar. I'm not talking about the farm to 6 pathing. I'm talking about how effectively you guys do your clear. How effectively you guys gank and then go back to farming in your jungle. And to get better at this, it's from experience, or just watch me and Wolfie, twitch.tv/Rengar_scripter, or me, you guys know my Twitch, or ScrubNoob when he plays jungle, which is twitch.tv/ScrubNoobLOL. And you guys can learn pathing from that. It's very important. It's the problem that I see with a lot of Rengar mains in low elo. I mean, this pretty much does it for my tips and advice video before Rengar gets reworked, but the big thing here is that the big difference that I see between people that I coach who get to high elo and people that I coach and they go up like 1 tier, stop dying. Anyone that I've coached said, I say, so what do you think got you to platinum from silver? And they said, oh, well, I stopped dying so much. I listened and I played more safe and I stopped dying. Stop dying for free. That's what you need to do. Stop dying for free. That's it. for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I helped you guys out and told you something you didn't know. If I told you something that you already knew, hopefully it refreshed in your mind and you can get back into ranked and climb to diamond before Rengar gets reworked and whatever. But thanks for watching. Appreciate it a lot. Peace out, homies.